So we're gonna give a little update on the 20 rimless. I made a video yesterday showing basically everything about the tank and the dimensions and just basically talking about everything that's basically the future plans for this, I guess. And well, I think in the video somewhere I said I would buy all the stuff for it, and that's what I did. Obviously, I don't have it now, but it's coming. So that's kind of like what this update's gonna be about. And if this video is shaky, I'm holding it by hand, so that's why it's gonna be shaky. I usually set it up on a stand or something and just when I'm videoing this bigger tank, but except I'm walking around and showing you guys stuff, I kind of have to move it around. So if it's shaky like it is right now, then my bad for that. But so you can obviously see we got a filter already on here because they actually have this filter where everything else they don't have where I am. You know, most of the stuff you have to buy online, but obviously they do have flu aqua clears. This is a 30. Now what happened was I actually bought the fluval canister filter the 106, the smallest version, and I had it under the stand. Now without the nozzles, it fit perfectly under that stand. With the nozzles, which is the thing that slips in and the pipes go out in different directions, it couldn't even fit in the stand. It basically could. I could smush it in there, but then I can't open this drawer. So that didn't work. So then I at least tried putting it on the tank, and it didn't even fit on the tank. If you've ever seen those filters, they have big clamps that kind of go, they're obviously nicer, but for a rimless tank, it's impossible. It doesn't clip on at all, and it's not tight. So those clips are really made for something like this that have a big, thick, like black rim around the tank. And this is so thin that those clips, it don't matter with the suction cups on it or not, it still is it doesn't attach itself on here. So I took that back. It was actually overpriced anyways at Petco, so I really didn't even want it after that. And I'm glad I did because I barely had money for the rest of the stuff. But the other thing, kind of a side story, but when I took that back, or took the canister filter back, we took that back and then came back, well, went back and then got that filter and got some prime and some stability to, because I need some more, but they rung it up wrong, and so when they scanned it, they scanned it as a Clear 50 foam block, which if you know that's basically just a foam block for that filter, which that's not what I bought. I bought the AC30. Well, so right when I got home, I looked at the receipt and they only charged me like $4 for the filter. So I got stability prime and an AC30 for like $10, or like 10 or 15 or something like that. So that saved me a bunch of money because they messed up. But even the hang on the backs for this, yeah, move it. You can see how wiggly it still is. But that's not a problem. It is kind of weird, but after it gets filled up with the water, I think it's gonna kind of balance itself on there. It's pretty good as it is. It's not gonna affect. The main thing is it stays balanced on there and doesn't do anything weird fall off. But yeah, it sucks that we'd have to put on that. I was actually kind of really wanting that canister after I bought it because it hides everything. But and those filters had a lot of media. Like it came with like 6 sponges. I actually really wanted it, but AC30, it'll do just fine. And if we ever need to, we can put a 50 on there. That's no problem. But AC30 for only one fish, and it's a planet tank. There's nothing, wrong with that. So I guess we talk about what I bought. So the light that I bought, like I said in the other video, is the Finex Planet 24/7 SE. And if you don't know what that looks like, it's just basically the Finex Planet Plus 24/7, but it has the newer glass mounts that are really nice and go on the side. They can move back and forth, and they have the more red lights. So, and everything I've heard, and it was kind of funny because I was watching a Aqua Pro video, and he was doing his tips on carpeting plants, and his light to recommend for a 16-inch or lower tank was the SE. So, and that's basically what I have. So, but I think that light will work perfectly fine. You know, I'm not gonna be running so having too much light might be a bad thing. You know, that's why I kind of, went with the Finex, because if I went with like the Twin Star or even a 2.0 Fluval, it would just been too much, and without CO2, it doesn't even itself out, and there's just gonna be algae everywhere. So I think a CO will do perfectly fine. You know, carpeting plants and all the other plants I'm basically gonna get that aren't that hard to get or hard to take care of. And then I guess, oh, and then I got the heater, which is same as that Fluval. It's just 100 watt, I think. And then I got the Eheim skimmer, and I just bought that just because I wanted it. And I think for a plant tank, it makes it nicer because it's a rimless, and I can easily see on the surface. So having a clear surface is gonna be a big one. And I'm always having oil films on here because I stick my hand in the tank a lot. So that's gonna be nice putting that on that tank. We'll switch it back and forth maybe, or just keep it permanently on here depending how big it is. I don't want too much equipment in the tank. But I guess the next thing we got was ADA soil. We got a 9 liter bag. That might be way too much. That might be just right or too little. I don't know. We'll wait until we get here. I just got that, and I got the power sand small bag. If you don't know what the power sand is, it's by ADA too. It's basically the layer you put before the actual ADA. So you kind of just put it throughout the middle and then put the ADA over it. It gives it way more extra nutrients and to the plants and all that. If you want to get real serious, you can get all the powders and stuff you can put even before the power sand. I didn't want to spend like 20 bucks a bottle for that stuff when you only use it once, or at least me, I would only use it once. So I just got I at least got the powder sand, which will give it extra nutrients, and the ADA. That together will, I mean, the plants will have nutrients through the soil for a good 2 years at least. And if I don't, if it doesn't, no problem. We can put some root tabs or something in there to replenish it. And we have fertilizer, so I mean, our plants could be at least fertilized at the most. The only thing we're gonna be missing is CO2 in this tank, but I think we can deal with that in the long run. So next I went to Glass Aqua, and if you don't know what Glass Aqua is, that's their Instagram, that's their website name. You can look them up. Tons of plants you want to buy. I mean, it's the best plants website I've been to, honestly. And they sell rockscape, wood, tanks, mock-ups. Well, mock-ups that you could buy for your tanks. Um, kind of just miscellaneous stuff, just like materials that you need. Stuff like water conditioners and all that. They basically sell it all. Everything besides like lights and stuff, and filters. But they sell everything basically for a plant tank. So if you want to check out them, it's just Glass Aqua, no spaces, just one word. But off that website, I got 30 pounds of serious stone. I was gonna get a mock-up from Rachel O'Leary. She's not doing anything right now, or at least not until a while. So that sucks because I really want a mock-up from her because she does a really good job. But I can't complain for $100 for 30 pounds. So we'll see what we can make out of it. I'm hoping that we get pretty good stones from them. I know their stuff's really good, so I'm just hoping that they pick out really good ones. And I told them that I ordered 30 pounds, so they should see that order and know that they want to pick me out some good ones once they get there. But let's hope. But either way, we'll make some cool scape. Whatever we get, it's 30 pounds. That's a lot of stone. Just hoping we get at least a couple big ones that we can make as the main points. But what else? Okay, and then also after the serious stone, we got some sand off of Glass Aqua. I saw that they sold sand, and they sold like, you can get as low as 1 pound of it. So I just bought 1 pound of their sand. It's kind of like a white and tan, kind of like a beach sand almost. And I thought, just get it and see what we can do with it. I don't know if I'm gonna use it, depending on what color it is. But I think it'd be kind of cool to like make a path in the middle, or at least I don't know, maybe some to the front and then split it in half and then have it in 2 sections, and we'll have 2 different carpeting plants. Which that is the plan, to have 2 different carpeting plants either way. But I think we can make, kind of like a cool path to separate each side. Don't know how that's gonna work yet, but we'll just see when we get everything. Because I don't even know how the scape's gonna go until we see everything that I get. But other than that, I think that's all the stuff that I can think of that I actually ordered. That's important. Um, Eventually we'll get um, a glass hood. There's ones where there's just little clips and you can with the light. I don't know how well that's gonna work. I don't know. We might not need a lid, but for me, I kind of want one because the fish I'm getting is kind of big, or at least will get big. So, and if you don't know, we're getting an Amazon puffer. It's gonna be the only fish in this tank, so before anybody freaks out that has an Amazon puffer, not a lot of people do. So that's why kind of like I'm gonna get it because it's gonna be a unique fish. Not a lot of people even have Amazon puffers to begin with. Um, so I think it'd be kind of cool. It's different than a dwarf puffer or any of that stuff. Because that was my original plan, but I was trying. I'm just gonna try to be different and get something really cool that we can all learn about together. But yeah, like I said in another video, if you know where to get Amazon puffers, like a really good one, put that in the comments because I've searched everywhere. Either way, we'll find one somewhere eventually. But if you guys know one, obviously hit me up in the comments. Tell me where you can get one and I'll check it out. But yeah, the two plants that I'm gonna get at first are probably Monte Carlo and dwarf airgrass. Honestly, I might like. I really don't. I mean, I want hairgrass, but at the same time, Monte Carlo and like Cuba and stuff like that look really good as a carpet. Dwarf hairgrass, it looks good only if you really do it right. And I don't know, we'll just have to see. But yeah, I don't want this getting too long, but that's a little update. The 40-gallon, the fish are back in it. You can kind of see them swimming around. Lights aren't on yet, but still kind of morning. But everything's doing just fine. But get ready for this tank, because most likely next week, this thing's getting set up, and I'll try to video it. I'm not gonna promise that because once I get this stuff, I might just be too into. I might just end up escaping it and not worrying about videoing it. You get a little bit excited, but other than that, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.